Best Public Affairs Program. And the star goes to Open for Business Net 25.
It is a signal to the world that we are open for business.
We are now open for business. This is Cesar Vallejos bringing you yet another episode to guide you in discovering your passion and growing your business as we learn from experts in the field. Sama-sama tayong matuto sa isa na namang makabuluhang usapan tungo sa pagpapaunlad ng inyong negosyo. Ang Open for Business ay mapapanood nyo rin sa Facebook, sa YouTube. Siguraduhin mag-like at mag-subscribe sa aming social media page at Net25 TV. Alamin natin, suriin mula sa mga negosyante, thought leaders at mga personalidad sa iba't ibang larangan ang mga strategies, trends at mahalagang karanasan sa pagninegosyo dahil tayo ay open for business. There are 3 obsessions in the Philippines that literally stop traffic on its tracks: boxing, basketball, and beauty pageants. While there are thousands of beauty contests in the Philippines, it seems that there is still more room with the addition of Miss Cosmo World Philippines. Join us as we speak with Miss Cosmo World title holder herself, Miss Meiji Cruz, who is also the chairperson of Cosmic Beauty OPC, the company responsible for bringing the Miss Cosmo World Philippines pageant in the country. Find out more what makes this pageant stand out among the other beauty contests in town as Miss Cosmo World Philippines is officially open for business.
Ang Best Public Affairs Program. And the star goes to Open for Business Net 25.
It is a signal to the world that we are open for business.
Open for Business with Cesar Vallejos every Sunday, 9 p.m.
Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Any time of the day, it's super saya. Lalo na kung si Ara lagi mong kasama. Magandang araw, magandang araw.
Mga kauno, ready na ba kayo sa panibagong season ng tawanan at kulitan? Mga bagong celebrities, ready na sumali sa pang-playtime sa Prank Punchaba. Papa P, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pagpapasaya sa kanyang mga prank challenges.
Boss, meron ka bang nararamdaman ng mga signs ng menopause?
Menopause really happens. In my case, I had a condition called endometriosis.
Miss Corina, ganda po ng hair nyo. Ano pong shampoo nyo?
Mapa-senior man kayo.
My apos are here, they're here with me, and they give me such joy. And so, kung hindi ako magtatrabaho, how could I spoil them?
O Gen Z,
Nar is actually an accent from Australia. So like when you say no, you don't say no. They say nar.
bida kayo dito.
Sumay!
Let's just always choose to be kind.
Kaya ugaliin ang tumutok kung saan masaya at maganda ang simula ng araw. 10 a.m. to 12, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, kada umaga.
How are you doing? The first time that we saw each other, you were pitching this Cosmo World,
Yeah.
but now I think it's getting bigger and is getting a lot of traction.
Thank you very much. Yes, I was here, of course, for Miss Cosmo World Philippines, and it was so nice to meet you. And now I'm so grateful how the things are going now. You know, this is our inaugural search. This is the first year edition for National Search, and I'm so happy that we get all the support and the love from our supporters, and of course, all the pageant fans all over the Philippines.
As I mentioned earlier, Miss Meiji, during my introduction, tatlo lang pinag-uusapan ng mga Pilipino.
Agree.
At ang Pilipino ayaw din patalo kahit saan naroroon ng mga beauty contest. I said, from the barangays to the streets, di ba?
Agree. Pinagdaanan ko po yan.
So, why do we have these citizens, netizens? Why is it in our culture that we love beauty pageants?
I think it started with our tradition talaga. We have carnival queens from way back. So we are really pageant fans since then. We appreciate beauty in general, and of course, women. A lot of Filipino women are really great and beautiful. Kaya tayo, fan na fan talaga tayo. Parang sila yung symbol of love, of beauty, of inspiration. So until now, but as the pageant evolves, we also carry that love and admiration for beauty pageants.
Wow, that's interesting, Miss Meiji. There was a time where we were not really winning, di ba? Pero there was a time naman na when we won, there was a drought, and then parang after that, sunod-sunod na.
Yes.
May nagbago ba sa Pilipina noon? Parang, what happened with our beauty queens? What is it that created, Filipinas now, beauty queens like you, that people are now, or all over the different nationalities or peoples in the world, they say, are talking about Filipinas who are beauty queens?
Well, for me, I think we Filipinos, generally, we are adaptive. We easily adapt to the call of times. So, the same thing here in pageantry, we saw that there's need to improve, to change what really the global pageant wants. So, na-hit natin yun. Sunod-sunod na, syempre, every year, na-adapt na ng mga national queens natin. Ano ba yung mga changes na kailangan natin ma-improve until now. So, I think yun din yung key kung bakit sunod-sunod na. Before kasi puro mga from Venezuela beauty queens ang nananalo. But I think nung nakuha natin yung formula, dire-diretso na yan.
What is it, Miss Meiji, is in Venezuela that yes, they're winning? There are some articles talking about a lot of research that says they have a school, they have a very rigid training, they have a program. Talagang they do a lot of things, for them to create that beauty that wins national pageants. Doon ba parang may support ba yung government sa kanila, or talagang gusto nila lang talaga nilang manalo? What's in Venezuela that can be mimicked by Filipinos?
I think that's what we adapted. Yung talagang we put it into our heart. Yung hard work talaga like school. So we have pageant camps na nagtitraining for a year or even more than a year para to prepare for national pageant and eventually to represent the Philippines. So I think yun nagkaroon tayo ng mga trainings and naging holistic yung approach natin. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, cognitively, even how we speak, how we communicate, and we also have derma partners, physically and all. I think naging holistic yung approach natin when it comes to beauty pageant.
So what's this pageants all about? As you were saying earlier, it's not just a display of beautiful women, but it's a display of the culture of different nations.
Yes, I agree with that. Beauty pageant is a celebration of heritage and one's culture. So marami globally nagsasama-sama to celebrate, different and unique cultures.
And you were telling me something that happened to you
Yes.
when you competed yourself in the Miss Cosmo World.
Yes, when I was competing for Miss Cosmo World in Malaysia, I met different beautiful ladies from all over the world, from Europe, from America. They are all beautiful. Ang gaganda ng katawan, ang gaganda ng mga mukha. But you know what? The thing that reminded me kung bakit ako unique is I am the only one Filipina there. I'm the only one wearing the Philippine sash. And for that, I'm already the winner. So I'm representing my country, I'm representing my own heritage and my own culture.
And what happened after that?
Of course, I win as the Miss Cosmo World 2022.
Okay. When we talk of the Filipino beauty, diba, parang you have, a very distinct color. The different feature, the ideal Filipino beauty is in you, Miss Meiji.
Thank you.
Is this something that is standard when Filipinas or Filipinos join the national pageants, or is there also a trend na for this season, they prefer the Latinas, for this season they prefer more of the Caucasians? Ano ba yung hinahanap ng mga judges pagdating sa beauty pageants?
Honestly, it depends on the pageant. Talagang merong peg per pageant. Yung iba, they want it to be like soft-spoken or soft features. Meron naman, kailangan may pageant na dapat palaban ka always on your feet. Parang ganon. But at the end of the day, bottom line, kailangan you represent yourself and your country. So ako, kayumanggi ako, morena ako. So I think yun yung pinaka most important na yes, meron sigurong mga pegs sa pageantry, sa pageant scene, but at the end of the day, syempre dapat you represent yourself and your country. Hindi naman pwede like, I only fit to that set, to the standard that they want. But I'm representing something greater than that.
Wow. It seems like we're in a beauty pageant and you are in the Q&A portion. It's so amazing to learn these things
Thank
from
you.
you, Miss Meiji. But again, but there are many facets in beauty pageants. And you said earlier, like Venezuela, they train and that's what we mimicked or that's what we adapted. What is the hardest part of the training? I know that people really applaud a lot during the Q&A portion, di ba? And that's where you make it or break it, di ba? Yes. And that's where they decide, who gets the crown. Pero yung ina ba naman sinasabi na, hindi, madali lang yung Q&A. It's really more on how you tone up, how you prepare your physicality, your body. Kasi napaka-strenuous daw yun. Para ka rin daw athlete, di ba?
Yes,
so
agree.
ano ba yun? Ano ba yung pinaghahandaan nyo at ano ba yung mga challenges na ginagawa?
Yes. At this age of time, as I mentioned, I think beauty pageant is already in holistic age or approach. So hindi na lang siya basta pasarela or rampa before kasi we put more effort on that. Trainings, walking, but now being a beauty queen, also you are a spokesperson, diba? So we also focus on Q&A, on our mindset, on our cognitive ability. So all around na siya ngayon eh. Sabi nyo nga po, Q&A, make or break. So ngayon, pag narinig ka nila, what can you offer? May substance ka ba? Or you can be a spokesperson? Can you be the representative of the pageant or the brand? So I think in beauty pageant, ganun na siya hinahanap ngayon. I think equally yung mga aspeto na yon, physically, and of course cognitively, your communication skill, but I really want to point out about mental fortitude and your emotional stability, because when you are in the pageant for training, of course nakafocus ka, but pag nasa loob ka na talaga nung pageant journey mo, ang daming forces. Even your glam team, ang daming outside external forces na sometimes makaka-affect sa mentality mo. Yung mga bashers nandyan, yung self-doubt nandyan. So you really have to be grounded. You really have to be intact, your inner core, talaga na yung purpose mo, why am I here? Kasi ako, ang dami ko ng local pageants na napagdaanan. But, nung nandun ako sa Malaysia, nandun pa rin ang dami ko pa rin iniisip. So I'm very grateful with my team, Kagandahang Flores, with Tito Rogel, the head, and also my mentor. Siya talaga yung tito, bakit ganito, bakit ganyan. Alam mo, kahit anong oras na pinapakinggan niya ako. Kasi he understands it's part of the pageant, it's part of the journey. You know, na medyo magkakaroon ka ng emotional turmoil, but at the end of the day, you have to compose yourself, and doon ka dapat nakafocus sa goal mo, and that is to win the crown, to represent the country well.
Wow, you are making it sound really complicated. And I think it is also complicated somehow because you need a lot of mental preparation in it.
And I think that's the reality talaga.
So, in short, when you join beauty pageants now, you know, you don't just have to be beautiful. You really have to prepare mentally as well. So, syempre, marami tayong mga kabataan, and there's a lot of, now later on, we'll talk about business, the business of pageantry. As a matter of fact, you have your own franchise now, correct? So, okay. But before we go into that, with the youth now who wanted to be beauty queens, I see in TikTok that there are very, very young, even teenagers or very, very young kids who want to grow up as beauty queens. Pero yun ba, kumbaga sa school ba yan? Na pag-aaralan din ba yan? Kumbaga parang has there been in your history when you were young or when you were studying that, okay, from that time you had to, it popped up in your mind that you decided to have that mental preparation? Or in your case ba, parang somebody just approached you and then they said, oh, you're tall, you are morena, you're beautiful, you join. Ganun ba yun? What is it that triggered you also to go into beauty pageants?
You know, my mom always tell me a story na nung bata pa lang ako, oh, gusto ko dyan sa TV, gumaganon daw ako. So, mahilig na akong rumampa, mag-pose. So, naging innate na siguro sa akin yon. And then, nung high school na ako, she pushed me, oh, why join this pageant as a muse pa before? Tapos, and then as I go along, doon na lang ako na-train. Pero nandun na yung passion in my heart.
There's a lot of titles now. It's not only the 4 that we mentioned, you know, but of course, there's one biggest. But bakit nanganganak yung mga ganitong pageants? And what inspired you as well to put up your own pageant company? Parang hindi ba nila sabihin na parang, there's so much now in the industry, and parang hindi mo ba naisip na parang you are competing with the others, or you felt na, okay, you know, this is also an opportunity for you to shine or to create your own universe?
Yes, you've said it po actually na this is an opportunity. So now that we have a lot of pageantry, a lot of pageants, it's also a platform. So marami ng platform na pwedeng salihan yung mga girls, yung mga ladies to improve themselves, to achieve their dreams. Kasi ako, I'm very proud na galing ako sa isang most prestigious pageant here in the Philippines. I am part of that legacy. So right now, I'm providing an opportunity for the ladies to achieve their greater dreams. And of course, I have a dream. I have a bigger vision for Miss Cosmo World Philippines. But most importantly, this is an opportunity for the ladies kasi my life has transformed through beauty pageants. So I really want that for the ladies to, like, you know, instill or to be that bridge for them to create more opportunities for themselves then.
Okay, is it worth it? Like, say, I admire your keywords when you say transformation. So it's from a sorry state to an improved version of yourself. Will all the ladies get that opportunity? Or are there instances na sabi nila, makasali lang, ma-boost lang yung confidence nila, okay na, solve na sila. What are the benefits ba when you join this?
In beauty pageants kasi, of course, it will improve your confidence because you have to represent yourself. You have to meet and talk to a lot of people and kailangan mo talaga mag-perform on stage. Performance talaga for me ang pagrampa and being a beauty pageant, especially in coronation night itself. So, ang dami ding process along the way. Ako personally, what I'm doing sa Miss Cosmo World Philippines, I provide trainings and seminars as much as I could. So, here we are advocating for financial literacy and financial freedom. So marami akong tinap na group and also speakers to give that seminars and workshop to the ladies because we are offering the highest cash prize in the Philippines. We adapted it from the mother org in Miss Cosmo World. So what can we do about this cash prize? Of course, kailangan natin siya mailagay sa mabuting paraan. Kaya nung nagkaroon din ako ng opportunity when Miss Carrie offered me to spearheaded this Miss Cosmo World Philippines, I said yes. First, I'm confident with the group of people that I have now. And second, it is an opportunity for me to grow personally, professionally, and also to help other women as well. So, naging ganun yung naging sistema niya.
Wow, inspiring indeed. So, I now deduce from this conversation that this is not just a beauty pageant. Imagine you or Cosmo World also talking about financial literacy. Pero syempre, interesting yung sinabi mo na biggest cash prize. How much is this cash prize?
It is 1 million pesos.
1 million pesos.
Yes.
Pero biggest na yun
biggest here in the Philippines.
In the Philippines.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Cash prize. Yes, plus the services. Hindi ko pa nako-compute lahat from our sponsors yung mga services, products. But yeah, for the cash prize, it's 1 million pesos.
Wow.
Gusto ko nga sumali ulit.
Okay na, panalo ka na. But Miss Meiji, so yun ba ang pagkakaiba ng beauty pageant na to sa ibang mga pageants? What is it that makes this Cosmo World distinct from the other beauty pageants that we know in the country?
I think that's one thing for sure, the cash prize, our advocacy, which is financial literacy, and of course, women through women empowerment, because we always talk that, oh, sali ka ng beauty pageant to empower you. But how can we empower oneself? Of course, nandiyan yung mga trainings, you can improve your personality, you can develop everything, every soft skills. But now we are providing a specific empowerment, and that is economic empowerment. Ladies, we are modern ladies. We are contemporary women. We want to pursue whatever we want in different field, in different profession. And if we have our own money, our own business, our own side hustle, it makes us more empowered, I believe. Kahit, for example, I'm in my own field, I am also a TV host, I am a model, but I want a side hustle to make me, you know, my professional, personal richer. So, marami na tayong options nowadays, and I'm providing that specific option for the ladies, for the Miss Cosmo World Philippines candidates.
Lovely, lovely answer. You now have the crown. Okay, but again, another important word that you mentioned was substance. So, halimbawa, siyempre ikaw, you're getting participants, you're getting contestants. Now, based on this, you have about 21. So, is there a limit to the number of participants? And, siyempre, if you get people also, if you screen them, syempre, you know that they will represent the Philippines too, or represent themselves and their country. How do you get that substance?
So when it comes to the number of candidates, talagang we wanted to be a small number for a pageant. At first actually 25 hanggang naging 21. So, naging ganun yung proseso niya, and then we had our online screening for more than a month, and then we held our physical screening. So, through those screenings, tinanong namin sila, we had Q&A, beauty pageant Q&A, and also personality questions. So ganun namin sinala yun, not only their rampa, their pasarela, not only their physical beauty, but also, yun nga, you will get the substance when you try to ask them questions. And sometimes, you get the substance hindi lang dahil sa Q&A questions, kasi sometimes, trained na siya eh. You get the substance kapag kinilala mo sila on a personal level. What's their history, what's their story, what's their admiration, aspirations, dun mo makukuha yun eh. And in this pageant, as the chairperson, I have the opportunity now and also in a power at least to know them better on a personal level. And gusto kong ma-highlight yung personal and attitude, not only on the physical level, not only you can speak good in English, di ba? Hindi lang ganun, pero on a deeper level of an individual.
Wow, that's very interesting, and it makes it harder. Meaning, there's a lot of preparation that you have to do, and which is related to my question. Yung iba, talagang ang pinupunto nila, yun, meron silang magandang advocacy. So ibig sabihin, kapag sasali ka sa mga beauty contest na ganyan, dapat kahit hindi ka pa sumasali, meron ka ng advocacy.
Better.
Diba? Yung iba, parang they just have to have this advocacy because they're joining a pageant. But when you look at the, as you said, when you talk with them deeper, it's superficial. Diba? So what's your advice to them that they, as individuals, they should have their, alam mo yun, yung genuine advocacy. And normally, Miss Meiji, ano ba yung mga advocacies din na hinahanap ninyo sa Cosmo World?
Well, authenticity, yan talaga, first and foremost. And that is also related to what I've said before, yung knowing them on a personal level. I want them to be authentic with themselves. And I'm so happy and proud with our candidates because most of them are authentic with their advocacy. It is based on their history, their stories, their families. Meron doon for elderlies, meron doon for person with disability dahil yung kapatid niya meron. So it is a platform for them to marinig palalo ng taong bayan, nung mga fans, ano ba yung sinusupport nilang advocacy, and also to gain support and also to give inspiration to others na parang, hey, I am a strong woman, even, I have these struggles in life or kahit ito yung pinagdaanan ko. So nagiging way siya to, to open or to discuss more about the social and even political issues. So ngayon, of course, the pageant has its own advocacy, but we are welcome and we are very supportive in their own personal advocacies and causes. Kasi ako, I even have my own cause, and that is which is education. So ako, I really believe talaga with the quality education, and if you have the means to help the kids, so you have to. So ako, I'm partnering with a non-government organization which is SOS Philippines. So I am a donor. I donate monthly, and also I immerse with them to get to know the kids. And yung mga kids na yun nasa isang village, and then SOS help them to send to schools, And after nung makapagtapos sila, they have an option to go whatever path they want to be, because also education helped me to change my life. So gusto ko makita din yon. So it's time for me to give back naman sa mga kids na matupad nila yung pangarap nila, and here education talaga is the key.
Wow, that's very interesting. Now, some women, Miss Meiji, are not getting tired to joining pageants, diba? Is there a trend or is there a pattern of women having that thoughts? And with Cosmo World as well, do you allow that? They could have they won other titles, but they want to win Cosmo World, or they want to join Cosmo World. Are there policies in your organization that somehow limits participations?
Well, for first, we have a contract once you are a candidate for Miss Cosmo World Philippines, so you have to finish it until the coronation night. And if you win, you're part of the winner's circle, you have to finish the first year. So we have the contract, but after the first year, you can do whatever you want, or if you want to join another pageant or to push for your given field or chosen field. But for the ladies that joining different pageants after a pageant, I would like to use Catriona's words.
Which is?
Which is, in your journey, you are never denied, only redirected. Because personally, it happened to me when I joined the local pageant. I actually joined twice. First, in 2012, I was 18 years old, and then in 2021, and then pandemic happened, yung age limit, tumanda na kami during the pageant after 2 years. I was a runner-up, and I wasn't able to represent the country or compete internationally.
What's this redirection?
Yes, and then after that pageant, so I was a runner-up. I wasn't able to compete internationally, and then Miss Cosmo World happened, and it opened beautiful opportunity for me. And after winning the pageant, I also had the chance to get the franchise, and now we have Miss Cosmo World Philippines.
Wow. Miss Meiji, getting a franchise is not also easy because it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of resources, money, connections, promoting it in the Philippines. So, how do you find the business of beauty pageants? Is it as tough or as exciting or as boring or as challenging as doing your pasarela?
Yes, I'll be honest, this is tough talaga. Especially this is the first year because I have to promote the brand. Ano ba yung Miss Cosmo World Philippines? Ano ba yung Miss Cosmo World? But, I have a purpose, and this is a passion project talaga namin nung aking team, ng aking mentor, ng aking best friend. Talagang we love pageants. We've been here for more than a decade. So grounded din ako doon na even it gets tough, nandun yung purpose namin and nandun yung passion namin. And I'm so happy as we go along, we gain many supporters, corporate sponsors, and maximize ko, I think, the connections and network that I have, and they are willing to support me with this journey kasi they also believe sa purpose na tinatahak nitong Miss Cosmo World Philippines. So, I'm so grateful with our sponsors, friends, and supporters na may mga resources talaga as we go along. And I think that's the business side of pageant. You really have to have your supporters and sponsors. Of course, para hanggang sa coronation night because sa totoo lang maraming production cost, maraming mga events na kailangan you put up with. So, syempre, kailangan ng mga resources. So, we have partners with that.
And that's another interesting thing because with the presence of these partners, supporters, we see that there is really a market, diba, for this. So aside from Filipinos loving loving beauty pageants, aside from them having their own candidates, diba, shouting the names of their countries or their barangays, or their municipalities, why are there many sponsors as well? And we see that this is also a way to promote commodities like beauty products. Is that also a platform where you see that the Cosmo World will be going to be bigger in the future, the support of sponsors? And what are these sponsors? Saan industries nanggagaling para suportahan ang mga beauty pageants like Cosmo World?
Well, first and foremost, I see the potential of this pageant as we go along. We attract companies, sponsors that is aligned with our values and belief. So when it comes to companies, yun yung mga beauty products, also promotes financial literacy. Our co-presenter, mga beauty products yun na also they provide opportunities for the ladies to create a network in their own provinces, in their own places to be the distributor. We have more of our corporate sponsors that are aligned with our vision and values actually. So yun, I think the term is attract talaga. So, kung anong nakikita nilang value ng pageant and your vision, ma-attract mo yung mga companies and yung mga supporters na would like to partner with you. Yan.
Wow. Let me also ask about your plans to bring other pageant franchises. Siyempre ngayon, you're the chairperson of Cosmic Beauty OPC. Are there any plans to bring other pageant franchises? Kasi, you know, it could not only be one, but you bring them all. And in the beauty of this is that you are, as you mentioned, you are bringing a lot of platforms so that Filipinos and Filipinas can also reach their dreams. May balak ka pa ba?
Well, I'm open to it. I'm open for that possibility. But as of now, I really want to focus on Miss Cosmo World Philippines.
And where do you see this maybe 5 years from now?
It's gonna go big.
Wow. Okay. Ngayon, Miss Meiji, I am seeing you now not only as a beauty queen, but as an entrepreneur. You know,
Yes.
someone who brings this beauty franchise here in the Philippines, and the fact that you are giving opportunities for women, as you mentioned, to be empowered, you know, with their substance and with the proper training. What is it? What qualities should contestants or aspirants have so that they too can compete in Cosmo World?
Well, first and foremost, I think yung authenticity talaga. You have to know your core. Even we have a set of standards in a pageant or in a society as a whole. You have to know yourself. What can you offer? And you are unique. You have your own story. You have your own struggles, your own experiences, your own learnings that you can bring to the table. Kasi I've competed with ladies who have their, grand background. They are from well-off family or from a good school or from like that. But what can you really offer? You have, a pageant is also an opportunity for introspection, to know yourself better. Because when you know yourself better, you can offer yourself better to others because beauty queens are public figure. If hindi mo kilala yung sarili mo, baka as a public figure, may sabihin lang sa'yo, may mangbash lang sa'yo, masaktan ka na. 'Di ba? Pero if intact yung core mo na I know myself, I know my story, kahit anong sabihin nyo, eto ako. I am a queen no matter what. So I think yun yung una. And of course, pangalawa, you have to keep that vision that you want to represent your country. Not only yourself. Kasi pag nasa competition ka na, it can be, a lot of self-doubt, ang daming challenges, especially nasa ibang lugar ka, nasa ibang bansa ka. But keep in mind, keep in your heart that you're representing your country, Philippines, and maraming may gustong ma-represent ang country, but you have that opportunity. So always ground yourself and to keep that vision. So I think yung two na yon, you have to keep in mind yourself and your vision.
Wow, lovely. But I have a follow-up question there. So sige, halimbawa, parang you believe in yourself, pero di ba there are also the standard of beauty is changing din, di ba? Kunyari merong horizontally challenged sa sali. So ngayon ba talagang pag sasali ka ng beauty pageant, dapat ma-meet mo muna yung standard. So kunyari like say iba, you feel like you're beautiful, but sa standard ng beauty pageant na yun, hindi. Like say for example, your height, your weight, mga ganyan, hindi pwede. So, What's your response to that? Kunyari, gustong-gusto niya. Sabi mo nga, may self-retrospection na siya. May introspection na siya.
But the reality ng physical requirements.
Anong masasabi mo doon sa
yes.
sa batang yon or aspirant na yon?
Well, I would like to start na the pageant is really evolving, na nagiging inclusive na tayo no matter what your body shape is, your age, even, you know, the biggest pageant, I believe, Miss Universe, no age limit na sila ngayon. So we are getting to that inclusivity era. But gagamitin ko rin yung word na introspection. You really have to be honest to yourself. Am I really fit for this? Is this really the field that I want to be in? You can try, of course, but keep an open heart and mind that, you know, in a pageant, you can be a winner, you can be a loser, sa totoo lang. And kailangan open mind and open heart lang.
Lovely, winning answer. Okay, I have 4 questions here. I think you have responded to this, but I think this has time limitation. Kumaga parang sa Q&A.
Wow, may beauty pageant.
Okay.
Q&A, ready na ba ako dyan?
Q&A
May
to.
jet lag pa ata ako.
Okay, sige. There's time limitation here. Okay, the first one is, do you agree that beauty pageants objectify contenders more than empower them?
No, I don't think so, because as I said, we are here in at the time of age that we empower women and we want to highlight their strength, their stories, and also their individuality as a whole, not only their physical you know, look, but also them as a whole, their holistic being.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, next question. What, although you have responded to this earlier, but you know, this I have to, this is, these are the rules of, of Open for Business. What is your take on observations that beauty contests are merely reinforcing a certain beauty standard and is not inclusive of other beauties based on weight, body shape, and age?
Well, we are in inclusivity era, no matter what your shape or age is, or even color. So, as long as you have that passion, you have that purpose, and you have that vision, you can try and you can win the crown. You may win the crown.
Okay, thank you, contestant number 1. Next, what can you say to quash the notion that beauty pageants pit women against each other more than create camaraderie and boost self-confidence?
You know, in beauty pageants, yes, there is a competition, and that is the reality, because you're vying for a crown, and sometimes yung mga candidates of 20 and more. But at the end of the day, sa lahat ng pageantry that I saw, it created sisterhood. It created that bond for women, because I believe you shared the same goal. You shared the same circumstance, that point of life. So it creates a tight bonding to the ladies and to the candidates. So yes, there is a competition, but at the end of the day, sisterhood wins.
Wow. And this is the final question, and whoever answers this gets the crown. Okay. What is the overall impact of beauty pageants in society, to the community, and country?
Yes, I can speak for myself as a beauty queen. I am a representation of love, of hope, and inspiration to others, to my family first, to my community, and to the society. As I've mentioned, we're not only, you know, the symbol of beauty, but also a spokesperson. So what really our purpose? Ano ba yung passion namin? What we really care about? What are our advocacy? So now, yun na yung whole package of being a beauty queen, and that affect and inspired the community as well. And I would like to believe, you know, we have this opportunity and also a responsibility for kids, for the young kids, you know, to achieve whatever they want, because they can see na parang, oh, she's beautiful, but she's also smart. So we can be whatever we want. We are not only boxed in one aspect, but we can be whatever and whoever we want to be.
And the franchise of Miss Cosmo World Philippines goes to Meiji Cruz.
Yes.
Okay. I think before we end this conversation, there's a lot of things, very interesting things that we want to know about Cosmo World and you personally. But like say, if there are people who wanted to support you, who want to join and want to also know more about the details of Cosmo World Philippines, where can they reach you? How can they join? Where are you online?
Well, please follow our social media accounts. We are Miss Cosmo World Philippines on Instagram and Facebook. And please also follow my personal account, BB, that Meiji Cruz.
Lovely. But before we end again the conversation, I just wanted to do this follow-up. One last.
Okay.
Why are there so many male pageants now? When I was younger, when I was so much younger, there have been no male pageants. So what's your take on males also parading like women in beauty pageants? Why is the trend? What's your take on that?
Same with you, I notice that there are a lot of male pageants now. I even judge a lot of male pageants. And I think it's also adapting to the call of times that we are becoming fans also of representation of males. So ngayon, nagkakaroon na rin ng ganung opportunity for them to represent themselves, their own places, and all the same with female beauty pageants. It opens a lot of opportunities for them.
So again, it's empowerment and gender equality.
Yes, yes, I believe so. Na hindi lang, of course, ano na tayo we're talking about gender equality. It's a whole spectrum. And I believe both female and male pageants, they want to empower themselves and also to represent themselves and also their places, and hindi lang bilang lalaki or babae, of course bilang tao, being as an individual.
Wow, this is really a beautiful conversation with the chairperson of Cosmic Beauty OPC, franchise holder of Miss Cosmo World Philippines, a new pageant for Filipinas, Miss Meiji Cruz of Miss Cosmo World Philippines. Open for business. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Ang plano ni Chan na masolo si Saner.
Hindi ka pwedeng umalis.
Aalis ako sabi!
Hindi ka pwedeng umalis hanggat hindi natin naayos ang misunderstandings.
Mukhang di uubra at ayaw paawat ni Saner. Aba, may pag-asa yatang maayos ang gusot na pinagdadaanan. Ang pag-ibig, hindi paglipad kahit may pakpak ka, kundi paggawa ng pugat. Ano ba naman, Mrs. Huma at Polen? Eksena na naman ba kayo?
Ang galing mo talaga. Napakaganda. Malamang bumalik na siya dito.
Hello, Emre.
May sakit si Mama at nasa ospital siya ngayon, Chan. Kailangan niya magpa-laboratory.
Ano?
Daydreamer. Monday to Friday, 7:30 p.m. Dito lang sa Net 25.
Gusto kita maging boyfriend ko.
Hindi ako magaling sa relasyon.
Ang umaasang si Jenny ay heartbroken. And from the past, may nagbabalik sa buhay ni Andrew.
Ang alam ko, childhood sweetheart sila.
Talaga? Ang totoo niyan, pinagsisisihan ko na pinakawalan kita.
Pati ba si Vivian heartbroken na rin?
Dumating na si Mr. Gao. Pinababalik ka niya sa Evergreen para mag-host ng 30th anniversary.
Sige.
Lalo na ngayong pabalik na si Andrew sa Evergreen Hotel.
Hindi na ako pwede magtrabaho kasama ka.
My Bargain Queen. Gabi-gabi, 8 p.m. Dito lang sa Net 25.
For business news, bank loans see minimal rise with interest rates hiked by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Loans from universal and commercial banks marginally rose by 7.7% in July according to preliminary data from the central bank. The growth in borrowings was the slowest since December 2021. The BSP said that the continued ease in bank lending growth is in line with its tightening monetary policy stance. The BSP has raised key policy rates by 425 basis points between May 2022 and March 2023 to keep inflation in control as well as stabilize the peso. Most NFTs now deemed worthless after the frenzy and publicity on non-fungible tokens or NFTs. 69,975 out of 73,257 are now virtually worthless, according to a report by DAP Gamble. The report reviewed the tokens from NFT Scan and CoinMarketCap. The tokens evaluated have zero either market capitalization, leaving an equivalent of 23 million people with worthless NFT investments. The report also said that 79% of all NFT collections are still unsold due to high volatility and highly speculative nature. European car manufacturers urge EU to delay 10% tariff on electric vehicles export. European car makers have asked the European Union or EU to delay by 3 years levying a 10% tariff on electric vehicles export. The call was made in realization that the market is not ready to produce electric batteries and the lithium hydroxide as its source of power. In March, the European Automobile Manufacturers Association made the formal request for the delay in imposition from January 2024 to 3 years more. The tariff introduction was agreed in 2020, riding on the confidence that most electric vehicles will have made significant progress in manufacturing by this time. A rule of origin clause was even added, stating that electric vehicles that are less than 45% made in the EU or UK will be imposed a 10% tariff. Without the delay in tariff imposition, the EU car-making industry will lose out to other countries that made progress in electric vehicles, such as China.
This sport.
lalong lumaki ang skandal ng art competition ng Hana Beverages.
Hello, Miss Yang. Nakapag-desisyon na ang disciplinary committee.
Yan kasi ang painting ni Miss Nam, competitor mo sa packaging project.
At kahit lumabas ang katotohanan,
Anong rason niya para bigyan kayo ng painting na ginawa ng competitor ko?
may magagawa pa ba si Chondong?
Di pwedeng malaman ni Suji na ako ang bumili ng painting at hindi ikaw, Jihon.
Director Kim.
Gagagawan ko ang lahat.
Ano?
Unwanted Family, Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. Dito lang sa Net 25. This portion is brought to you by
And the biz word of the week is prelim. Prelim means preliminary competition for beauty pageants. Some large pageants use prelims to determine the smaller group of participants into the top spots. What's in the sash? While the most obvious representation of a sash is the beauty title won by a contender, there is more to it than just a piece of fabric draped in one's shoulder. Firstly, it's a business and is operated as such. The same business principles apply represented by beauty, glamour, and glitz during the coronation night. Negotiation skills to clench sponsorships and partnerships are very such in place. Secondly, bad pageants are avenues to advance causes, and the ambassadress delivers the message. The charitable works they do for the community uplifts the beneficiaries and necessary aid is delivered. Lastly, there is no denying that beauty pageants is part of our culture, and it has now become a strong platform to intensify advocacies and make a difference. Thank you, Meiji, and good luck to Miss Cosmo World Philippines. Maraming salamat sa isang oras na pagsama sa amin upang tunghayan ang isang makabuluhang usapan ukol sa negosyo dito lang sa Open for Business hanggang sa susunod na linggo. Samahan nyo kaming muli dito sa Open for Business. Catch us too on Facebook, on YouTube. Like and subscribe on our social media page at Net25 TV. We will bring you more insights from industry experts, thought leaders, CEOs, and featured SMEs. Together, let us help encourage business development in the Philippines. Sharpen your business acumen, feel the pulse, and set the trend for as long as you're informed and open for business. Ito po si Cesar Vallejos. Marami pong salamat.